Okay, today is day 14 of my healthy eating journey this year. Um, I had a difficult day today. I mean, some days are going to be harder than other days. I don't know why that is yet. I don't know if it's emotional stuff going on or food triggers. I stuck with my plan. It wasn't easy. What I did this morning is when I woke up, I had a craving for, I don't know, some of my old foods. So I decided to give myself a little bit of a treat. So I had a gluten-free baking mix. So it had a recipe on the back for biscuits. So I made gluten-free biscuits, and it was hard with one hand. As you can see my incisions. I'm still not allowed to move my shoulder from my surgery, so I only have my right hand. But it wasn't that hard, because I can move from the elbow down. I just can't move my shoulder. So I could hold the measuring cup to pour the flour in, and I could hold the bowl a little bit to smash up the flour, mix it up. The biscuits came out pretty good. Um, oh, my hair is, I can't wait. I need a haircut so bad. But anyway, um, so I made them and I decided to have a breakfast sandwich, which was one egg fried. I kind of made a sunny side up egg, kind of folded over, and one strip of bacon. I got a picture of it because, again, what I'm working on this week is sticking to meal times, not eating all day. I'll briefly say what my problem was for people that haven't seen the video, my other videos. Um, I used to consider, which again is a rationalization game that a lot of overweight people play with themselves. I don't think I'm the only one. If I ate something between 8 a.m. or when I got up to noon, that was breakfast. Breakfast could be 3 hours, 4 hours long. Anything I ate from noon to 4 or 5 was lunch. Lunch could be 4 hours long in my rationalization, and dinner was from 5 to 8 or 9. Bedtime, and if I had a snack, that's crazy, but that's how I used to think. Oh, I don't eat between meals. I just eat 3 meals a day. Well, those 3 meals can be extended. That's ridiculous. So this week I'm working on having a specific meal and then stop eating. So I've been taking pictures of my meals to keep myself on track. So that's what I had for breakfast. Um, the breakfast sandwich had one slice of bacon, a little bit of shredded cheese on the egg, and some mayonnaise on my gluten-free biscuit that I made from scratch. And a picture of that is right here. And after I ate it, I had that with a cup of caffeine-free tea. Wait for it to focus. See, there's my biscuit. The paper plates aren't that nice, but I can't really do dishes, so I'm trying to be considerate and not add to my daughter's workload. So there's my biscuit, and you could see my cup of decaf tea and water. And I had the tea with stevia and 1 tablespoon of heavy cream. It was very good, actually. So I had it for breakfast, and I felt a little sick after I ate that. I didn't know why, because usually I try to eat pretty healthy. I don't always meet my goal, but I try. And I have a sensitive stomach, and I just had my gallbladder out in August. So I'm still adjusting, and for some reason, when I eat higher fat foods, which I usually don't, I feel a little sick. And that made me a little sick. Not too sick, but so I had the biscuit with the egg and the cheese and the bacon and mayonnaise. So a little high fat for me. And then I had my tea with stevia and heavy cream. And I drank my water. And I was done eating. And then I did a bunch of stuff pretty slowly with one arm. And then I decided to have lunch. And I don't know why, but even though, because I was already kind of sick, I made another biscuit sandwich. And this time I put 2 slices of bacon in it. And I had some 3 pieces of corn. I figured, well, I should probably have some vegetables because this is lunch and I didn't eat vegetables for breakfast. It's a cup of ice and some fresh lime juice. And I found some Diet Pepsi that's made with Splenda and not aspartame because I'm also allergic to aspartame. I mean, my body's kind of sensitive. I found that a lot of people are like me. If you're sensitive in some ways, you're sensitive in others. I have sensitive skin. Um, a lot of lotions I'm allergic to. Most sunscreens I'm allergic to, so I don't wear them, so I ended up getting some peach spots. I don't know if you could see it, probably need better lighting, which is terrible. I'm gonna try to take care of that. But I have sensitive skin and I'm sensitive to a lot of foods. Well, not a lot of foods, but usually food additives. And one of those is aspartame. And it's not the type of allergy like it's kind of big news to be wary of aspartame because it's not good for you and it's a nerve toxin supposedly and all that stuff. I'm actually allergic. And once again, I found out the hard way because I kept feeling sick when I ate it, but I kept drinking it because I was trying to diet, so I was trying to cut down on sugar. And thank goodness my sister was visiting because she's a chemist. She knows a little bit more about this stuff than I do. I'm just a teacher and somebody's mom. And I'm not working right now, unfortunately, because I'm taking care of my mom and my daughter who has autism. But anyway, um, she was visiting, and she's always trying to diet as I am. So we were drinking this diet pop, and was it diet pudding and diet jello and all kinds of junk. And I took a nap, and she was visiting with my mom. And when I woke up from the nap, when I got up to go downstairs and talk to them, I was so dizzy. I mean, I've never been this dizzy in my entire life. I was so dizzy I couldn't stand up. I felt like my head was being pushed into the floor. It's just the most strangest feeling, and I didn't know what to do, so I called my daughter to call my sister. I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know if she had to call an ambulance or she had to take me to the ER. I didn't know what was up. And the first thing she did was ask me, what I ate, or she said, "Did you take a pain pill? What did you do?" I told her I haven't eaten anything but what I've eaten with you. And she had a friend that's also a chemist that was mentioning that he had an allergy to NutraSweet or aspartame and what it does to him. And it was the same thing, the dizziness. And she said, "Well, since you were fine this morning, before we started eating, you don't have a fever, you don't have any other symptoms. I bet that's what it is." So she started giving me water to kind of clean out my system, and I was fine by the next day. Well, I didn't want to believe that because I didn't want to give up eating all this yummy diet food. So I tried it a couple more times, but I had a little bit. So I got pretty sick, but not that sick. So I had to accept I'm also allergic to NutraSweet or can't digest it. Whatever it is, I can't handle it. So for a long time, I have not been able to drink Diet Pop, which can be a good thing because it's not the best thing for you. But again, in my efforts to be healthy and really do the strictly no sugar and no gluten thing last week, I gave in and decided to get myself a little bit of a treat sometimes. So I found the aspartame-free Pepsi, which is sweetened with Splenda, which I'm not sensitive to. I'm really trying to keep the artificial sweeteners to a minimum. I really only have it when my stomach's upset because carbonated beverages do help an upset stomach for me. I don't know why that is. I don't know if the carbonation kind of breaks up those irritating stomach acids, but it helps me. So I kind of save it for those times. So I was already kind of nauseous, but I didn't make the connection with the biscuit. I had a suspicion, but you know how it is. You want to eat good food, so you are in denial. So I had that. I had the 3 pieces of corn on the cob, which was frozen, and a breakfast biscuit, same as for breakfast, but with an extra slice of bacon. I mean, how dumb was that? And when I ate that, I was really, really sick. I have been sick. Just a nauseous feeling. I almost threw up a few times. I ran to the bathroom just in case, but I didn't. Um, my daughter's been giving me gum to chew. That kind of helps. But I'm really queasy. So I am not going to bother with the gluten-free biscuits. I don't know what it is about them. I don't know if it's maybe some, oh, what's the word? Contamination, because it is a mix. Maybe it does have a little bit of gluten in it. I don't want to be like paranoid about it, but there's something in it that's making me sick. Because I made the biscuits from scratch, so, and that baking mix did make me sick before. It's not the gluten-free flour substitute I found that I put in the crepes. That was delicious, and I didn't get sick. This is a baking mix that's supposed to have like baking powder and some type of trans fat-free shortening or oil. I don't know what happened to it. I'm throwing it away. I didn't have that much left. But so I have not had the best day, but I did not eat outside of my plan, and I'm pretty proud of that because I was really tempted today because I felt sick. And I thought, oh, wouldn't it be great to have some ice cream? Because I love ice cream. And the coldness always settles my stomach, but I didn't do it. What I did do was I made my peanut butter banana shake, chocolate shake, um, for dinner because that was lunch. And it took me a long time to eat dinner because I was so sick. I didn't want to just throw it up immediately. So I waited until about 10 o'clock to eat dinner, and I I didn't take a picture of it because I was really not feeling well, but I'll show you the picture for those that haven't seen my other videos of what the shake looks like. And it looked exactly like that. It's just, it's my NutriBullet cup. It's just 1 banana, 1 cup of unsweetened almond milk, a scoop of cocoa powder, which is really about 2 tablespoons, 2 to 3 tablespoons. And I ran out of peanut butter, so I used some almond butter, 2 tablespoons, and then I have some peanut flour that I bought years ago. It seemed okay. I kept it in an airtight bag, and I put a scoop of that in, which is about 2 tablespoons, um, and it worked. It kind of gave the almond butter a peanutty flavor, and 3 packages of stevia and 2 huge ice cubes. It was really good, and that's all I ate today. So today has been difficult, but I'm proud that I stuck with my plan. I did not give in to the ice cream, as tempted as I was, because my stomach was killing me. But I realized that I'd rather be sick for one day than be sick for days and days and days if I eat sugar or gluten again. So I had a struggle. Thanks to these video blogs, I think I was able to stick with my plan because I didn't want to come on here and and be ashamed of how I handled it. So, thanks. Hope I do better tomorrow. Bye.